Sean's not at his station and I'm standing there like a deer in headlights.
What's going on, Sean?
Here's how it's going to work. Each team is going to form smaller groups, one of 3 and one of 2. The group of 3 will be responsible for the main course. The group of 2 will be responsible for the dessert. Each team will have a total of 60 minutes. The main course will be played in relays of 20 minutes. The dessert will relay in 30-minute intervals. Understood?
Your time starts now.
Go, 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 go,
Go, go, go, go, go.
That is the biggest crime waiting to happen because I can see broken telephone, explaining to someone in 1 minute what to do, what to take over, what to fix. We all have different cooking styles. I'm stressed.
Okay, so mascarpone, sauvé, with poached. For the dessert, Taryn mentions a tomato ice cream, and then I'm like, no, I have this idea for a mascarpone sorbet. Let's do it like this, let's poach it. And she's like, love it, cool. So the first thing we agreed on was the dessert.
I'm gonna go basil ice cream, like basil ice cream with the tomato leaves.
Auntie and I both start brainstorming, throwing ideas in, and a couple of things that's coming to mind, but we keep on saying, don't forget, the tomato has got to be the hero of the day.
For the main course, we are preparing textures of tomato and butternut with a dressing of chili, ginger, and garlic.
And on the dessert, we're starting to think maybe like a little bit of a caprice flavor. Basil ice cream with some tomato seeds on top. And at the bottom, we decided we're going to use some shards of sugar with some baked tomatoes that have been dehydrated in the oven.
There's more.
Okay. I'm gonna keep it not too harsh though.
No, not too harsh, but basil complements tomato.
Contestants, you have had your first 20 minutes. Those preparing mains, it's time to hand over to your teammates.
I have been chosen to cook second in the main today because I feel like my strength is in a lot of the seasoning. My strengths are not so much in the plating, so I would have never gone lost, you know?
1 minute. I'd walk faster if I were you, Slee.
Okay, let's go. We're making a ravioli with tomato stuffed with a whipped ricotta and...
We peel these, we keep the tomatoes, we're going to fry them.
I have 1 minute to explain everything going on. So I just say flavors, chili, garlic, ginger.
We're going to make it like a fillet.
Okay. Facing Auntie, and she's trying to give me information. It's all coming out as gibberish.
Then we can decide, get a bit of the pulp, get it cooking down. You don't need a lot, you don't want to overpower it. Whip it with ricotta and cream, some lemon, and some thyme, and some salt.
I know I tend to speak quite fast, but in my defense, we only had 1 minute.
Yeah.
Knead it as quickly as you can, get it nice and smooth.
This relay is very challenging because you're running against the time. She's speaking very fast. I've gotten about 98% of what she said.
Teams, your minute is up. Team leaders, please make your way upstairs.
Got this, my boy. Set a 5-minute timer so that when you last 5 minutes, I already
Time's
start.
up.
The only other element is butternut. That's the only other element other than tomato.
Eventually, I get the gist of our dish. We are doing exactly what I imagined we were doing, different textures of tomato. And I'm excited because I was already thinking along those lines, so it means I know her that well.
Slee, how did you get the instructions? You good?
I'm good.
Yeah, just do your own thing, but don't stray too much.
I won't do that.
What are you making? Do you know?
So right now...
You got the instruction in that 30 seconds.
I do know most of it. We're making a ravioli.
Okay.
So this strained tomato, I'm gonna cook it down with some ricotta.
Okay.
And then these tomatoes, I'm just scooping them out. I'm gonna roast them very hot with this thyme that's in here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make a very, very smooth basil puree.
Okay.
And I'm going to knead the ravioli dough very quickly. I just need to get these.
Because time flies on a challenge like that. Yeah.
Definitely.
She said play with textures, and this is what I'm trying to do.
Dessert cooks. Your time is up. Your 30 minutes is up. Go, go, go. Swap over.
The handover's a bit bumpy. Sean's not at his station and I'm standing there like a deer in headlights.
What's going on, Sean?
Let's go, buddy.
Tell me.
Basil ice cream needs to go in. I've chilled the machine. It's ready.
Just watch this, it doesn't get too soft.
Then that goes into
yeah,
He has mascarpone ice cream on the go. He has tomatoes in the oven on the go.
And the name of the dish is basically called Ladysmith Sunset.
Okay.
It's the last time I remember I loved a lady, not a lady, a sunset. All right. A name of a dish is important for someone who is helping create it because then they know what the end product should also look like.
Tomato shards. Glass shards, basil ice cream with a dressing that goes obviously beautifully plated.
Sean doesn't directly tell me what the dish is. However, he tells me all the elements that need to be completed for the dish.
Have a good one, Brother Bear. Enjoy, buddy.
Thank
Let's
you.
go. Don't
Thank
forget to get
you.
your ice cream in.
Definitely.
Sims and Andriette, you're on.
The first thing I noticed about the dish that kind of caught my attention was the lack thereof tomato. The hero of our dish was ice cream, and it wasn't tomato. And I think to myself, instead of just using the pulp as is, maybe do a balsamic drizzle. Almost a caprese salad. And I also think to myself, we need a bit of texture, so I add some crunchy tomato skins.
Contestants on main course, we've reached the 40-minute mark into the challenge. Your 20 minutes are up. It's time to hand over your station.
I get in there and like everything is everywhere and I'm just like, okay, what do I have to do here?
You have to season that, season this. You can get some cinnamon.
Tambisa instructs me, this is ready, this is ready, this is in the oven, there's butternuts in the oven, there's tomatoes roasted there at the back.
There's some roasted potatoes there. So it's textures of a potato. You're gonna treat this like a fillet steak. Yeah, tomato, sorry. Treat this like a fillet steak.
Handing over to Luyanda, and I feel like I'm saying the same gibberish that Auntie told me before.
You can go for more if you think it's not thick enough.
The control freak in me is currently in hell.
So a bit of ricotta and some cream. Add it, cook it down till it's nice and creamy and delicious. Then here, yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, this is a lot to do for the next, I would say 15 minutes.
That's it, contestant. The end of a minute is done. You may leave the kitchen now, please.
This is the filling?
Yes,
and this is the sauce?
filling, yes.
Only that?
Slee.
And this
Then
is the sauce?
roast these tomatoes.
Slee.
Inside, okay.
Thank you.
Looking back, I don't know if I told Charmaine everything correctly, but I think I told her everything that she needs to know. But I trust her that she can, you know, add a bit of her touch if she finds herself stuck during the dish.
Andriette, it's not the greatest filling. Garlic and herbs.
And it's lemon or something, sugar or something. Come, use your senses. You've got great senses. The crumb is looking great. I love crumbs because it really adds a textural flavor to any type of dish that you want. And I also make it a little bit more salty and add thyme to it because the sauce is quite sweet, so I want to counteract it. Remember, make it nice and thin, then it will go
I
fast.
tried my best, yeah. You know, I'm not a fan of making pasta, so... And I wouldn't have made pasta personally myself for a 1 hour challenge because you need time for it to rest, then make it, then roll it.
Communication is everything in this challenge.
It's gonna be quick, especially for the last contestant.
I must say this is nerve-wracking.
Is an interesting one because not one team member can be blamed. Do you know what I mean? It's like a relay, so everyone has equal responsibility. And of course, they are cooking for immunity. So the winning team will not be cooking tomorrow.
Everything, most of the hard work has been done, so I'm literally just like taking it to the finish line.
Luyanda making use of her tweezers over there.
I know, she's got the whole thing going.
Come on, you got like 30 seconds.
I got it, guys, I got it.
More.
Got this. Contestants, your time ends in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it.
It was very intense. Like I was like, what is happening? So it's very hard to pick up from someone else. But I think I managed pretty well just to get on and follow through and finish off and make it pretty.
Very inviting dishes, you know. It looks like summer, beautiful colors. I mean, honestly, like, who doesn't want like a ravioli with like tomato and basil?
Yeah, ricotta.
perhaps peel the tomatoes inside. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah, that's the only downside that I find is the tomato skin inside the ravioli. But otherwise, like the pasta is nicely al dente, it's quite elegant. And tomato and ricotta, I mean, you have like the little umami flavor. You just want to eat more of it.
That sauce, the ricotta and tomato sauce is very nice.
Oh, it's a clever dish and a clever way to let the tomato shine. Yeah. Tomato flavors like shine. For me, like the pasta is actually right because I like a bit of like chewiness to it. You know, it's cooked al dente, but I like that more like meaty side in a way. So I really enjoy it.
Lovely.
Okay, good.
On to dessert.
The plating is a bit like the old school, and once again, what I see is like the tomato skin, and I think they would have removed the tomato. You would have pretty like more flavor carried through the actual flesh before the actual skin pops out. But otherwise, I mean, I don't mind the fact that it's a bit like old school fine dining.
Very interesting.
I think for me, it's the skin that bothers me, and obviously the little stems. I would have like removed them.
Oh, I just
the
eat
skin.
them. They just add to the tomatoiness. I thought it was lovely. I loved the way this very sweet peach syrup made the tomatoes feel more desserty for me. You know, it didn't taste as savory as tomatoes usually do. It took it to that dessert place.
I enjoyed like the combination of flavor. They didn't go too risky, but at the same time, with like such a difficult challenge as a relay challenge, I think the solution was to play it safe and just deliver and make sure to deliver something.
But I do think that they stayed true to the tomato, and that was the challenge.
They did a good job.